Hey, what's up everybody? Chris Sajnog here, and in this video you are going to learn the importance of having a bedtime routine to help you learn and perform any skill better. Plus, I'm going to share with you my personal routine that you can use as a starting point so you can design your own pre-sleep plan. Now let's go ahead and get started.
And joining us from San Diego, Chief Petty Officer Chris Sajnog.
Joining me now is retired Navy SEAL sniper, Chris Sajnog.
Welcome, Dr. Chris Sajnog.
In previous videos, I've covered the importance of sleep and learning, and I've walked you through my morning routine that helps me dominate the day. But to be able to fall asleep so you can get that all-important sleep and wake up with enough energy that you're going to want to do your morning routine, having a bedtime routine is critical. This means your bedtime routine is even more important for focus, motivation, and performance. Here are just a few reasons why you need to prioritize your bedtime routine. Having an evening routine allows you to mentally and physically decompress at the end of the day. Have you ever tried going to sleep and you notice you just have random thoughts going through your head, problems running through your head, things you need to do the next day? I think we all have experienced this, and it prevents us from getting a good night's sleep. In my last video on sleep, I talked about our circadian rhythms, or internal clocks, and how they affect our sleep. Waking up at the same time every day syncs our internal clocks, and going to bed at the same time tells our body it's time to go to sleep. By having a calm body and mind at bedtime, this allows us to go to sleep faster, to sleep better, and to wake up feeling refreshed. Having a bedtime routine and doing evening rituals is hands down one of the best ways that you can set yourself up for success the following day. It's important to understand that what you do or don't do at night affects your schedule the next day. And your bedtime routine doesn't need to be long or elaborate, it just needs to be consistent. So here's my bedtime routine, and just like with everything else that I teach, take what works for you and forget the rest. All right, number one is to set a bedtime. So pick a time that you're going to go to sleep and stick to it every night. As part of our natural sleep-wake cycles, your body gets ready for bed, gets ready for sleep a few hours before you put your head into your bed. And letting your body know that it's on a consistent schedule is going to make you naturally want to fall asleep when it's time for bed. From there, schedule a time that you're going to start your bedtime routine, and it can be anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. I go to bed at 9 o'clock and I start my bedtime routine at 7. Number two, light is the enemy of sleep. All of our electronic devices emit what's called blue light. I'm sure you've heard of it, but what blue light does is it tricks our bodies into thinking that it's daytime, and it suppresses the melatonin production that naturally starts to happen at night. I either stop using electronic devices at around 7 o'clock, or if I'm going to stay up late and watch a movie or something, I will wear my blue light blocking glasses. I also have a Philips Hue lighting system throughout my apartment, and I have it programmed so that at sunset it starts to shift from brighter blue lighting to warmer, dimmer light, so it tells my body through light that it is time for bed. Number three, do not eat or drink alcohol. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that you should never eat and you can never have alcohol. I'm just saying that once you start your bedtime routine, it's time to stop. Digesting food takes a lot of energy, and although alcohol will make you fall asleep faster because it's a depressant, it is not going to allow you to get that deep restorative sleep that's important to make you feel good the next day. So that's why I do not eat after 6 o'clock at night, and if I am going to have one of my world famous margaritas, I make sure I finish that before 7. Now, of course, it's true, I do have special occasions where I have more than one drink, but I also have a plan for what I'm going to do to mitigate the effects of alcohol. So let me know in the comments below if that's something you're interested in. I can do a video of it, and I will even share my world famous margarita recipe with you. And speaking of drinks, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Earth Echo Foods and their Golden Superfood Bliss. This is the same company that many of my subscribers get their cacao bliss from, and it is just as good, if not better. I have a cup of this golden goodness with warm almond milk about an hour before I go to bed, and it not only tastes amazing, but it feels like a warm hug before I get in bed. This is really good, especially if you're like me and don't have anyone to give you a real hug in bed. Golden Superfood Bliss contains 12 powerful ingredients that crush hunger cravings and help relieve stress, making it the most potent and effective product of its kind on the market. So if you want an easy way to enjoy deep restorative sleep, reduce inflammation from exercise, and even improve your immune system, you can go to earthechofoods.com/Chris and use the discount code Chris to get 15% off your order. Again, that's earthechofoods.com/Chris, or use the link in the description below. Number 4, heat up to cool down. As part of your normal sleep-wake cycle, your body goes through hormonal changes throughout the day. One of those that happens in the evening to get you ready for bed is the production of melatonin. And at the same time that happens, our core temperature drops. Scientists have discovered that mimicking that core temperature drop at night can trigger this reaction. So consider taking a warm bath or shower about an hour before you go to bed, and it's going to be, your temperature is going to heat up, but it's that as your body temperature starts to come down, that is the reaction that your body is going to sense as it's time for bed. I personally use my infrared sauna, or I get into the hot tub about an hour before bed, or sometimes I skip that, and right before I get in bed, I jump in my cold tub and then climb directly in bed. Number 5, focus on your breath. I've talked for years and years about the importance of meditation and when it comes to learning or even performing any skill. But it's also important when it comes to sleep. All you have to do is sit somewhere quietly for a few minutes, focus on your breath, and you will find that your body and mind are ready to go to sleep. I actually do my evening meditation right before dinner, but find a time that works for you. Number 6, write it down. The number one reason people tell me they can't fall asleep is that they have thoughts racing through their mind, and sleep is just something that's just not happening. And the surprisingly simple yet effective technique that I tell people to do is to write down their thoughts. I've personally kept a journal for over 30 years now, but if that sounds too overwhelming for you, just start off with a simple to-do list. One study found that simply taking 5 minutes before you go to bed to jot down a to-do list, things that are on your mind, plans you have coming up that you don't want to forget about, significantly reduced the time it took to fall asleep. I always have a pad of paper and a pen or pencil right on my nightstand. That way, if I have a thought that comes up, something that's bothering me, I simply sit up, I write it down, and I fall back to sleep. Number 7, prepare your bedroom. I've done an entire video dedicated to having the perfect sleeping environment, so if you haven't seen it, go watch it and do the things I said in there, and you will have the perfect sleep environment. But what's important here is that you make preparing your bedroom a ritual that you do every single night. Every night I turn my thermostat down to 64 degrees, I close my blackout drapes, I turn down my bed with my weighted blanket, I turn on my Uller sleep system, and I am ready. Of course, I also brush and floss my teeth, I jump in the cold tub for a quick plunge to drop that body temperature, and then I clean and moisturize my face to maintain my boyishly good looks. Now, for the final piece of this bedtime routine is getting in bed. Make sure this is the very last thing you do. You want to associate your head hitting that pillow with you falling asleep. So you don't want to do anything else in bed. Okay, there is one other S word that you can and should do in bed, and in fact, it does help you sleep too. Being a 52-year-old single eligible bachelor in the San Diego area, I do not have this problem. But if you do, and I hope you do, I recommend that you knock that out, so to speak, before you start your final bedtime routine, or heck, why not even explore different areas of your house. All right, that is it for today's video. I hope you got some value from it, and I hope it helps you sleep better and perform better in all areas of your life. Please like and share this video with those that you care about, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And when you do subscribe, make sure you hit that little bell so you'll be notified every time I post new content. And until then, keep paving your path to perfection.